Good morning and welcome to the conclusion of Slappyworld, Revenge of the Invisible Boy. We left off Frankie, still invisible, stuck invisible, can't find any help. Uncle Siggy wasn't able to help. He's walking, he's frustrated. He went back to the theater, he left the theater, he couldn't find the antidote. He actually drank more of the disappearing formula. He was walking in the park. Something's following him. What's going to happen? Chapter 28. Frankie, it's me. The hands loosened on my shoulders. I stumbled back a step. It's me, Mystical Marvin, he said. I followed you from the theater. I knew it was you, I said. Where have you been? Here and there, he said. We were alone in the park. Two invisible people. Make me normal again, I said. Please, hurry, make me normal, okay? Silence for a long moment. Then he replied, I can't. What do you mean? I cried. You have to. You have to bring me back. You're the only one. I can't, he said again. I'm stuck too, Frankie. But, I sputtered. No, he answered in a whisper. I must have mixed the formula wrong. I thought I followed the sorcerer's instructions, but I must have made it too strong or something. It worked a couple times and then it didn't. I definitely made a mistake. I suddenly had a heavy feeling in the pit of my stomach, as if I'd swallowed a bowling ball. You really can't help me? I said, my voice cracking. I can't. But how long will this last? I demanded. Another long pause. I watched a squirrel run across the path. It hopped onto a bench, rose up its back legs, and appeared to be watching us. But of course, it couldn't be. I don't know how long it will last, Mystical Marvin said finally. Maybe a long time. Maybe forever. Chapter 29. In school the next day, no one knew I was there. That was fine with me. I didn't feel like talking with anyone anyway. And since I was invisible, there wasn't much I could do in class without freaking everyone out and causing a riot. At lunchtime, Melody, Eduardo, and Ari were huddled at a table at the back of the lunchroom. I was about to pull out a chair and let them know I was there with them. But then I realized they were talking about me and about our magic club. So I stood at the edge of the table and I listened. We can still have the club without Frankie, Melody was saying. It won't be the same, but maybe we can find some new kids to join. Yeah, fun, Eduardo agreed. My friends want to forget about me and have the club without me? A stab of anger hurt my chest. Ari leaned over the table toward Melody and Eduardo across from him. I have to tell you something I never told anyone, he said in a low voice. What's that? Melody asked. Ari had a strange grin on his face, a guilty grin. Remember at the assembly when Frankie was doing that levitation trick? I deliberately dropped him. It wasn't an accident. Melody gasped. Eduardo just stared at him. Ari, why? Melody demanded. Ari shrugged. His grin grew wider. I just thought it would be funnier. Funnier? I waited for my friends to get angry, to tell Ari he couldn't be in the club anymore. But Melody just said, Ari, it wasn't very funny. And that was that. They started talking about other kids who might join the club, and they talked about new tricks they wanted to learn. I sat there staring at my friends, feeling my anger build. I knew Ari was a creep, but I really thought Eduardo and Melody would stand up for me, and I never dreamed they'd want to continue the magic club without me. Okay, I thought, okay, I get it. I see what kind of friends you are. Let's see how well you do when you disappear forever. Chapter 30. Before the next magic club meeting, I sneaked down to Ari's basement before my 3 friends arrived there for their club meeting. Buster, Ari's big dog, had been sleeping in the square of sunlight by the high window, but he sat up alert when I entered the rec room. Hey, Buster, I whispered. You can sense that I'm here, can't you? The fur on his back stood on end. He lowered his head and made low, loud breathing sounds. I didn't have any time to waste. I saw that Mrs. Goodwin had already set the lemonade pitcher down on the table along with a tray of oatmeal cookies, and there were 3 glasses beside the pitcher. I removed the little bottle of disappearing formula from my jacket pocket, and I poured a small amount of the yellow liquid into each glass. Then I filled the glasses with lemonade. All ready. A nice surprise for the 3 traders. I paced back and forth as I waited for them to arrive. Was I excited? For sure. Finally, a little payback. A few minutes later, the 3 of them appeared. Eduardo carried his large magic kit. He set it down right in front of me. Ari was waving a magic wand. I have some awesome new ideas for tricks, he said. Me too, Melody said. They had no idea I was standing there watching them. Only Buster had a clue. Buster kept his eyes on me, as if he could see me. First, let's eat, Eduardo said. I'm hungry. I couldn't eat that stuff they had for lunch this afternoon. Yeah, what was that? Ari said. That wasn't real meat, was it? I think it was dog food, Melody said. They turned to Buster. He kept his eyes on me. The dog paid no attention to them. They sat down at the table. My heart started to pound. Just a few seconds now, and they'll have their surprise. My usual chair was empty. I carefully slid into it. I wanted to watch this close up. Eduardo grabbed for a cookie. All 3 of them began to devour cookies. Too bad about Frankie, Eduardo said. Yeah, too bad, Ari echoed, and he reached for one of the lemonade glasses. That's when Buster decided to move. The big dog jumped onto my chair. Actually, he leaped onto my lap. He knew I was there. Maybe he smelled me. I don't know. But he went into his old routine, licking my face with his fat tongue, licking me, furiously licking my face. I tried to push Buster off me, but I saw Melody's expression change, and then all 3 of them let out startled shouts. Frankie, you're back! Melody shouted. The big dog kept licking my face. I can see you, Eduardo cried. Your face! Ari pointed. Huh? My brain spun in confusion. Could they really see me? I raised my right hand. Buster lowered his head and licked my hand. My hand instantly came back into view. I don't believe it, I cried. Buster is bringing me back. Dog saliva is the antidote! Dog saliva is the answer! My dog is the hero, Ari proclaimed. Yay for Buster! I'm back! I'm back! I just kept repeating the words. I was so happy I let Buster lick away. I was back! I didn't need revenge anymore. I hugged the big dog as he licked my neck. A toast to Buster! Ari exclaimed. He raised his lemonade glass high. Melody and Eduardo raised their glasses too. To Buster, they shouted. No, wait! I cried. Wait, please! Cheers, Ari said. And I watched all three of them drink their glasses down and disappear. I know why Frankie didn't try harder to save his friends. He wanted all the oatmeal cookies for himself. You know, it's no fun performing tricks if your audience is invisible. The kids should forget some magic. Now they can have some real awesome hide-and-seek games. Well, time for me to vanish, but I'll reappear before you can say abracadabra with another scary goosebumps story. Remember, this is Slappyworld, and you'll only scream in it. The end. Hope you enjoyed.